Are you guys ready? Because I sure am. Welcome, everybody, to Brands Hatch for round 3 here at the Heusinkveld GT Challenge. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? She cold out there. No, it's not too cold to enjoy a bit of racing. Wouldn't you agree? Craig, as always, joins me in the booth. Craig, how are we?
Cold! I'm cold! I'm cold! I'm really cold! Literally, I had to wear long sleeves for the first time in a long time. I don't have snow at the moment, and neither does Brands Hatch, but as you're saying, it's cold. I mean, I gotta be honest, even though... Good evening, by the way, even though the sim time is the 1st of April, we're still looking at 19 Celsius track temperature here, which is mind-blowing. And that, to me, still feels cold for a British track. So, I'm loving it. By the way, 19 Celsius, 67 Fahrenheit, and I think Rob's already played the winds, but it's southwest at 15 kilometers an hour. We've got some big names today. I mean big, because Valentajus returns again. Vahoff returns again. We have the Ford GT2 field splitting again. And then car number 7. Oh dear. That's the livery, Javier.
Oh.
Javier Sanchez has joined us.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
And also, Louis Delatraz. Alright, let's just forget. Louis Delatraz. And for those joining us from Javier's stream, hola. Hola. Unfortunately, mi español, mi malo. We'll be keeping it English, unfortunately. But, but funny story. When I first told that to my Spanish friend, I said mi español is mi mala, because that was the only way I knew how to say bad. I didn't realize that I was saying the feminine version of bad. So I basically said that I was a female. I was basically saying in the female terms that my English is bad. So that was quite funny. So. Done, well done. That's P5 of a 119.650.
Brands Hatch is actually quite quick in terms of qualifying, though.
That is actually, when you think about it, that's a really good time. Valentajus, of course, blowing everybody out the water with a 118.866. And then Louis Delatraz with his best qualifying so far this season on broadcast for 119.140. But
oh, what is this? What are these liveries? What's this? Oh, it's a Garfield. Oh no.
Oh, it's Valentajus. He's had that before, my friend. He's had that.
Yeah, but every time I look at it, it's just like, oh no.
You don't like.
It looks like somebody took instead of like, I know it's the whole car is meant to look like it's Garfield, but it looks like somebody just took a paintbrush and just went ham with it.
Oh, it looks nice from behind. It looks like, mind you, it does almost give off that fake wood effect. I've got to be brutally honest.
I still prefer other liveries.
I know. I'm still blown away. This might be the second time ever on broadcast. It is the second time ever on broadcast that the Fords had split. 12 Fords signed up. We have a 2020 field today. That's 20 in one split, 20 in the other. We're not playing cricket. So set to 6 Fords, 14 GT1s, and everybody has qualified. So let's quickly go over those results.
I don't think we need to quickly go over them, because remember, it's Brands Hatch, so we got a minute and 30 seconds to do it.
We got a minute and 30 seconds. Okay, well, fair enough. Minute and 30 seconds. So I actually do want to bring out something very serious when it comes to Brands Hatch, because over the New Year period, the voice of Brands Hatch, Brian Jones, passed away. And for anybody that knows British motorsport, knows how influential Brian Jones was. Unfortunately, he died on New Year's Day, 85 years old. He's done a lot of things for the course, and of course, there's a very nice photo on one of the websites reporting his death of him interviewing Ayrton Senna after winning a race around Brands Hatch. So, and I don't think it's the F1 race; it's just a general feeder race by the looks of it with Ayrton. So, our condolences and our thoughts go to his family, but it is a big loss for British motorsport, unfortunately, as Brian Jones did pass away.
Rest in peace, Brian Jones. You will be sorely missed in the motorsporting world. Indeed, indeed. Hopefully, you can continue doing your best thing wherever you are. Absolutely wherever you are.
He's, never nice to comment on a passing. We do see the
results.
Seems not. Yeah, it doesn't seem fair to just go over the results in a cheerful mood after bringing that news down. We'll just scroll the results. You can see Valentage, as we were saying, with pole, with Delatras on the second row, on the first row with him, and of course we get to the forwards. Daniel Crossley taking pole with Carl Moore in second, just 2 tenths separating them. Carabollo, we have checked out Javier's skin. It's a very unique skin, a very, very unique skin. Just in general, it's nice to see. I've said it. I think I said it last week, Rob, for this series, and I'll say it again. The Heusinkveld raffle for the Heusinkveld sprint pedals in this series, hence the sponsorship. It's just great to see the new name, because Valentages was somebody that we did see every now and then in the series, but we just decided, but they bring that in, and now, like I said last week, it used to be a sea of the VEC guys, the French drivers from VEC, fantastic. Always came out in force, and you would finish a race and you would see, just a procession afterwards of the VEC drivers, and now they're getting overtaken by different drivers. It's nice to you've seen the full livery now, haven't you?
Nicolas Cage everywhere.
Show my baby on board for my teammates. Fabian? Fabian, show my baby on board. Fabian, what have you done? Fabian, what have you done?
Which one?
Fabian Manentri. Apparently, I had a message from him saying, show my baby on board for my teammate.
Your baby on board?
Oh, on his bumper! Baby on board on the bumper of Fabian Manentri. Oh, if that is true, then congratulations, Manentri.
Oh, I can just see it there.
That is
on
lovely.
On his rear right bumper.
Yeah, that is beautiful. Apparently, Mascara built the, painted Javier's.
You're just implying that he's just like, he is the creator of Nicolas Cage.
Well, he was saying earlier, as we're going around here, they were saying earlier that, what did he say? Javier Mascara was saying, someone was saying there is 11 Fords and 1 Nicolas Cage. I wondered what he meant at first. I thought, the Nicolas Cage helmet has returned to our broadcast. No, it's actually Nicolas Cage. So, that's one to look at. So, there's a full pace lap around here at Brands Hatch, ladies and gentlemen. Raidillon TV, of course, hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up if you like what you see already. 30 minutes coming soon, shortly really, for the challenge. Just for some other links, a shout out to trackcams22.com before we go live for these fantastic camera angles, including that one going down the straight. Look at that, going down clearways. That's a nice little camera.
He's bullying the pace car.
He's bullying the pace car. I love it. Don't forget as well, we've got a link to our Discord page, and of course we do have super chats for any donations that you feel that you would like to do. And it's gonna be so much. It's gonna be fun, Robin. Yeah, you see the GT2s. They got a little bit of a gap, quite a safe gap as well. For those who've never seen the series, new damage model on these cars, the GT1s of the Corvettes and the Astons. Just one Corvette today. And it's the man on pole. Valentagius is that man. The Garfield livery is the fastest and only Corvette out there, followed by F2 driver Louis Deltras. So, Rob, what are we expecting apart from chaos?
I'm expecting the Corvette to just launch. He's got pole position. He is.
We'll see, but go on.
He is the man in the mission, and he's also got the inside line.
Got the inside eye, but they're coming up to Clark. They're coming up to the Clark curve. This is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. 30 minutes. The Heusinkveld GT Challenge. Take it away, Rob.
And, well, they've already started taking it away. Oh, my goodness gracious. Already starting, and off they go. 30 minutes of green flag waving from Barney as Merrick Blom looking on the inside of Louis Delatraz as they come up to Druids. Does anything happen? No, they're all just tucking in very nicely, just having to go around. And you can hear in the background the 4 GT2s making their start. Well, the GT1s have all followed in very nicely. You can see the Nicolas Cage car doing well for himself in 7th position. And going side by side up into the rise. Oh, coming up across. Oh, sorry, that's a car off. That's a car. Chris Redman.
It's Redman. Now, what's happened to Redman? Oh, he tried to go into the gap that was not there, and he just tapped the back of Razanahora. They both spin around. He rights Razanahora, and then Azart comes in and just completes the turn. So, a little bit of damage to Razanahora. He's lost a wing mirror, I think. I'm not sure. Azart, who's in the second Corvette, did not see that. And he's had another spin now. Now, what's happened here? He's lost it trying to go around. He's just lost it completely through Hawthorne. So that looks like our race might be over. He's right at the back of the field completely now.
Chris Azert, what happened to him? Did he have an issue? Yes, he did. Went off, and well, that was unfortunately his own doing. So he's also having issues. And Daniel Crossley, by the way, he already took off. There they are, look. His teammate, Carl JT Moore, behind him as they complete their first lap. Javier Mascara in the background looking to see if he can make a move into 5th position. And he's actually making the move, but he doesn't complete it. He's hounding the rear end of McConaughey.
He might get it with the over-under, though, but I'm just looking. No, he's too far away. That over-under would have been fantastic there for Mascara, but he just cannot make it stick. Remember, these cars don't have ABS, so it's really tough. These are not the 4 GT3s. They're the GT2s. Different animals altogether, and Mascara just struggling there. And also at the same time, I'm just seeing Ethan Bass. He is, well, what used to be his class to dominate. Unfortunately, now the Pacework Esports guys of Moore and Crossley are out there. He's just getting left behind at the moment. But I'll tell you who's not getting left behind. Actually, that's Javier Sanchez making a move. He's had a lot. Oh, he's trading paint, I beg your pardon. Sanchez has been trading paint, not sure where, but a little bit of damage to the back of that car. And then, who was that in front of him? That was Godefroy. I think Godefroy went off. Yes, he did go off just before Surtees.
The Nicolas Cage mobile. Keep going. As he goes around, he's in 6th position, chasing down Linus Arang.
I feel bad. I called it Surtees. It was meant to be Sterling. I've got to remember Sterling's penultimate corner. Surtees is corner that the leaders right now are getting to. And we haven't really talked a lot about the leaders because I thought it'd be these two pull away from each other. But Delatraz not having the best of times at the moment. He's let Blom into the slipstream right now. And Delatraz slowly losing that slipstream from Valentagius at the moment as Blom coming around right now. He needs to get on that slipstream just to stay in, because it's such a, I wouldn't say a slipstream dependent track, but you need to stay with people to make a move. It's kind of like Donington this week in the GT3s, where you've got to pick your opportunity to make the overtakes, and it's just like that at Brands Hatch. It's such a tight place to make the moves.
No, I didn't see tire marks at that. I think that was the penultimate corner that you mentioned of Sterling. Of course, named after our boy Sterling Moss. Hope we're doing well, champ.
It's a little gaggle now for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Sanchez, Godefroy, Razanahora. Razanahora is, well, he's a little bit back, but he's just there waiting in the wings as Godefroy a little bit more confident on the brakes compared to Sanchez, but does lose a little bit of time as it brings Raidillon in. And this is Druids, of course. Druids, you might see some overtaking moves at Druids, but it's a tough corner because you can't go around the outside. You have to force it in the inside and then into Graham Hill Bend and down the Cooper straight into Surtees. Watch the lines they take here. Watching Godefroy and Sanchez, the lines they take here, and Godefroy tucks in a little bit on the exit of that apex, kind of like a double apex, late apex corner, and that slipstream should help Godefroy, especially that little bit of damage to the back of Sanchez's car. Sputter looks like the Lego pieces are just not in line at the moment.
Fabian Renentry, he's also moving forward. He started in 14th. He's gained 3 positions, so he's doing well, and he's chasing down Sylvain Moraine, his teammate. VEC guy is out in force again, but they're out in force in the fight to get back to the front. It's a bit like McLaren, you know, the fight back to the front.
I'll tell you who needs a fight back to the front while we're looking at that quickly. Ethan Bass has lost P3 in the GT2s. He went off at Sterling. I'm very surprised at that. Just went a little bit too hot in last lap. So he's in the back. He's in the battle now to get back to third against Bakari. Half a second between the two of them. That one issue cost him over a second on the lap, and I think he might have to just give up that battle for first and second against the pacework guys and just focus on trying to get back to third, because the podium would be great for just the iRacing Championship, because, you know, everyone likes to print out that PDF certificate, so just needs to hold on there. As is he faster this lap? He is not. It's his fastest lap, but he's still about half a tenth slower than Ikari in front.
You can also hear, by the way, that the GT2s, you can hear just a faint scraping. They're constantly bouncing off the floor of the track. The suspension setup this week, my crikey, I'm surprised nobody's bottomed out and just span off the track.
It is the old style of these cars, you know, with the suspension, and not to mention as well, you know, with the community does have their own Discord, and most of the setups, most of the drivers using setup provided from Dan Muller in at the community, and they're usually good, and they actually usually work together to try and get something good for everybody when it comes to making sets. But I don't think the VEC guys would be on one of those sets. I mean, they'll be trying to attack on their own, as Godefroy is still looking and still hounding Sanchez. And I gotta go in the cockpit view, just my own thing. Okay, imagine driving and all you can see in front of you as you're trying to attack this car is Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage giveth. Nicolas Cage
think this
taketh.
is worse. This is worse than the Nicolas Cage helmet we saw earlier. Well, not earlier this year, last year. And just Godefroy have a move hit now. He's not going to be able to make a move as they come down to Hawthorne, but he is closing, and so is Raidillon. And now there's only half a second between 6th, 7th, and 8th as they're in their own little bubble right now, their own little battle. Dalla Valle is behind them, about a second behind them, but not really in it at the moment. Like I said, this is going to be like this VRS that people have been running this week, like these small tracks. Got to wait for the right moment. There is not really any chances to send it in around here. You've got to set yourself up a few corners in advance.
As you can see, that is Xavier Sanchez. He's running a little bit wide coming through the final turn compared to Godefroy is. Godefroy's a bit more tucked in. And again, he's a bit more tucked in, but it's not enough to be able to make it stick and make something happen. He's having to sit behind the car. He's just not able to make it the distance he needs, because he needs to be right on the bumper of Xavier Sanchez, the number 7 car of Nicolas Cage fame, and then he can attack, and then he can do something like here on the rise and on the dip. He'd be able to make an attack if he was a bit closer. Though to be fair, he is actually quite close. He might be able to do something, but he's also got his teammate of Raidillon.
I think it's too much. That straight is not as long as you think it is. I know in some other sim racing games and simcade games, you can get a lot of speed down that straight, but these slipstream, these GT1 cars, just isn't the same as what you'd expect nowadays with GTEs and other stuff. So, excuse me, really hard, and Oh, Sanchez goes a little bit wide, hits the grass before coming down to Sterling. And that has closed the gap. Now, what does Godefroy do? He can't really do anything into Clark. Will he decide, you know, maybe Paddock Hill? Can I get something at Paddock Hill? And Sanchez will be a little bit on the defense right now. He's going to be careful not to be mirror watching right now. In fact, Godefroy might, just like I was saying earlier, you set yourself up for a couple corners time. That might be what Godefroy does. And Sanchez, with his oval experience, is used to people setting things up and, you know, looking a couple turns and a couple laps ahead. So got to be careful. And Sanchez, again, he just gets a better Druid compared to Godefroy. I've been noticing that the last couple laps, that Sanchez just has that advantage on that hairpin compared to Godefroy.
Down back once again into the rise and the dip, and you can see the gap has actually started to noticeably close for the Nicolas Cage car, as is the gap. Well,
ooh, a little bit of late defending there into Dingledale. Well, I think they changed the name nowadays, haven't they? It's Westfield into, this is Dingledale into Sheen, and that did catch Godefroy up a little bit of late defense there from Sanchez, but did the trick, just managed to get him going. I don't think Godefroy would have made a move there, but at least Sanchez is aware that he has to be on the defense. Comes through Clark once again. The gap is now 0.2 of a second. I want to see the times. You're not missing out anywhere else. We will keep you up to date everywhere else. Godefroy wants to try and send it into Paddock, and that's not what you want to be. Really, he has to send himself into Druids, and I think he's lost that opportunity. Now, I was saying how Sanchez has a better hairpin. Gap coming into the hairpin, 0.3 of a second. They almost look bumper to bumper, don't they? Sanchez pulls away. Does he pull a 10th? It looks like he is pulling away per se, because I can tell that because Razan Ahura is actually catching Godefroy. So these guys all in a little battle, and then Razan Ahura actually losing time going into Surtees. Now this will be the defense, Rob, because 0.2 of a second, Godefroy might have to slipstream down into Hawthorns.
And he's got the hill to give him the advantage, but he doesn't make the move. He's still behind. Does he make it? No, but as again, Sanchez is still on the defense coming into this. He's seen it happen once before. So, oh, they're going inside.
No, you can't take it too wide into Sheen. And I think Godefroy's realised that he kind of, that is not a corner. You have to be very brave, and these are not the cars to be brave in to make that move through Sheen. And it's cost him a lot of time trying to make that move. And I've got to be honest, I know you've got your teammate breathing down on you. You've got your teammate and now Michel Duval right behind you as well. You've got to be safe. And now 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, all in a little gaggle. Let's bring in Sylvia and Moraine as well. A second and a half split, 6th to 10th. And by the way, while we were watching that, overall in the GT2s, as you'll be able to see, Ethan Bass finally takes back P3. And did he do it at Clark? He did it on the straight. He did it on the start-finish straight and made it sealed at the Paddock Hill, Ben.
Oh, he went wide. He almost let the over-under work, but managed to just close the door just in the best way possible.
Oh, Godefroy's now having it. Sorry, Godefroy's having another go. He's almost side by side into Hawthorns. They're going to go too wide. I don't think there's any response there from Sanchez. There is no response from Sanchez. And finally, Godefroy gets that position back. And now, Sanchez, Nicolas Cage, is in a VEC sandwich. And Razan Ahura catch him. That's going to be an interesting one, because Razan Ahura wants to stay on the back of this, but he's also got that Aston Martin racing livery of Delaval right behind, who is getting hampered himself from Moraine. So it's VEC Nicolas Cage, VEC Aston Martin, VEC. This is a double-decker. Ever had a double-decker chocolate bar? Oh,
I love double-decker chocolate bars. I don't know why. Like I everything tells me I should dislike this bar intensely, but it's just like, I don't know why. It's just delicious. But I get what you mean. It's if the double-decker was Nicolas Cage and VEC, I mean, selling the millions. Sorry, that is Xavier Sanchez going wide, coming through. I think that was
Graham Hill.
Graham Hill, yeah.
Yeah, he goes wide at Graham Hill. Oh, I say he's gone wide at Graham Hill. Oh, he lost the back. That is the line to go over the little Astro runoff there. That is the line. But he clipped the grass when braking and turning in for Graham Hill, and he lost it, and Razanahora gets by, and he will be in a battle here. Does he do it through... Oh, he's going to go side by side right now with Razanahora. I don't think there's a move. He's not going to try and do it through Sheen. He's not going to try and do it through Sheen. Side by side, he goes sliding. Bit of netcode pushes Razanahora off. Razanahora stays on, loses another position to Delaval. But that, a little bit of netcode there. But at the same time, a very, very brave move there from Sanchez. And oh yeah, there was definitely netcode.
So let's have a look and see. Just as you can see, well, you can see the Nicolas Cage car. It's very obvious. It's the pink car, and then the VEC car of Jonathan Razanahora. This is the move to fight back, coming up the hill after the dip. He sold the dummy and then tried going on the inside, but look at this. Like, oh, crikey. The two of them going side by side in the places where I wouldn't necessarily try. And you can just see, oh, there's the touch. There's the touch.
Yeah, he had a bit of slide, but like I was saying, the difference between that and what happened with Godefroy trying to get past Sanchez earlier in the race was Godefroy was not close to being side by side. So because you're side by side like that, or just barely side by side, you can go for that risk that Javier did. And maybe he just got a little bit unfortunate that he clipped the grass and just lost it a little bit. Otherwise, I think it would have been a clean pass, and I think that slide probably caused the netcode. But still, you know, that was still more of an overtaking move than what we were talking earlier with Godefroy trying to go by Sanchez. So good movement there from Sanchez to make them. Remember, these cars, you've got to blip to change the gears. They're not, well, they are sequential, but you know, they're not current sequential. You have to do some blipping. So to do that while blipping, that might have been why there was a little bit of a slide. I'm not so sure, but a good move. And now Razanahora is, well, he's attacking not the car he thought he'd be attacking.
I think he's attacking his teammate now. Well, he was attacking his teammate now, back up behind Michael Delaval with a good bit of damage. That left-hand side, did he hit something?
Delaval?
No, not Delaval. Razanahora. Razanahora's carrying damage on his left side, which is not the side I would have expected him to carry damage on.
Oh, that was at the start of the race, wasn't it? I think that was that incident at the start of the race. Not entirely sure. I think that is. You'll have to come back to me on that one, but I believe when we looked at that incident earlier, that was Razanahora who got the tag, but it's not affecting him. It's not affecting him so much. I mean, compared to Sanchez's car, which, like I said, I described the splitter looking like when you haven't got the Lego pieces all lined up on the bottom of the car.
When you haven't got the Lego pieces lined up on the bottom of the car.
When you make a Lego racing car, okay, that they come out in the sets, you'll understand.
A man has fallen into Brands Hatch in Lego Racing City. Start the GT1s. Oh no, Javier Mascara, issues.
Oh, don't say Mascara's got issues. What's happened here? Had he lost it on the braking for Druids, and yeah, that like I was saying, that is the issue with these Fords, with not the ABS. That's the right word I was trying to look for. The ABS. So just struggling.
The Mr. Bean Soviet machine, unfortunately having a spin.
Anyway, there is other battles going on at the moment. I know we've been looking so much at that big battle in the middle of the field. It was the battle. Johnny Verhoff has managed to, well, he's been doing some great laps at the moment, and he's caught to the slipstream of Merrick Blom. This is for P3 with 11 minutes left in the race. We're at lap 14 of 23, and there'll be shortly lap 15. But Verhoff is trying to catch Blom, and that lap car ahead of McConchy. I think Blom might have a little bit, well, he might be held up here. He is getting held up a little bit, but be able to keep by around to Paddock Hill. Be interesting to see where Johnny has to deal with this lap traffic. Maybe Blair pulls to one side for Druids. No. So the time differences there are 989. That's the tongue twister. for Verhoff and a 120.171 for Blom. So 2 tenths, even with the lap traffic. Still got, he's gained 4 tenths since the lap traffic. Hello? You don't gain time going around lap traffic, you lose time. Johnny, what have you discovered?
I think what Johnny is saying to you right now is, I am speed. I am the destroyer of worlds.
Well, I tell you who is speed. Razin O'Hora. We'll go back to that battle because Razin O'Hora got past Delaval. In fact, Delaval has had a big... Looked like Delaval had a spin last lap or something because he's gone all the way down the pecking order. Did we miss something? Pretty sure we did. Yeah, he went wider. Oh, yeah, he went very wide. What corner was that? That was Westfield. So a little bit of issues there for Delaval. But now, if Javier thought he was clear, he's now going to battle not 1, not 2, but 3 VEC Aston Martins. While that happens, Verhoff is now half a second behind Emeric Blom for 3rd place. So we've got battles in the top for the last podium spot in the GT1s. A big battle still brewing in the midfield of the GT1s. Unfortunately, not much happening for the GT2s. Crossley has just pulled away from his teammate Moore. So we'll watch these two big battles with 9 minutes to go. Can Verhoff get onto the podium beating Blom? And can Sanchez hold off the VEC train?
Well, can he? That's the
I
question.
don't know, can he? Yeah, can he? That is the question, Rob. The question at hand.
Oh, sorry, that's Godefroy going wide. Sorry, Sanchez, what happened to him? He's 7th.
Yes. Where he has. Remember he... Oh. Well, he always been, hasn't it?
No, he was 6th. He was ahead of Godefroy.
I have no idea. I actually have no idea. I missed that. We saw him go wide around Graham Hill a few laps ago, but I can't see anything. So I do apologise if I've missed something. But yeah, he's off the pace, and now Razin O'Hora's had a moment. Was that him battling his teammate?
Yeah, it is.
They're off the pace. Yeah, off the pace now. Razin O'Hora and Moraine. Moraine gets 5. And it's still battling Razin O'Hora. They're losing Sanchez at the moment. And Razin O'Hora goes wide and in and slowing fast down for Razin O'Hora around 30s. That might help him. Moraine will have to be on the defense. Puts the car in the middle of the track. Great defensive move here. Razin O'Hora could try a late move, but decides, you know what? I thought Hawthorns, I won't. But now you've got the 3 BC guys all battling each other as Sanchez gets away. And oh, Moraine hits the grass and keeps the car going with a little bit of a slide. Manentry sees it. He wants to go for this. We can't really tell you who's who apart from this. Moraine up front, Razin O'Hora in the middle, and Manentry at the back. They're all VEC. I think they've all got the same colours as well. Hard to see the difference. As Manentry go for a move on Razin O'Hora, he does not. And while that's happening, Delaval right behind after losing all those places is now back in it. And look at this. What a photo for VEC right now. 3 cars all battling for the same position. Needs a possession lap at the end of the race when you've got them battling right now with 6 minutes 50 seconds remaining.
Razin O'Hora, 9th is back. Oh my god, that's Remy Manentry going inside into the hairpin of the Druids. Then into Graham. He lets go. He had side-by-side action. Just couldn't convert it because he was on the outside. Razin O'Hora having the inside line, letting Moraine have a little bit of a gap behind him. And Delaval is now right on the rear end of this gaggle of 3. Looking to see if he can make a move. And he's got... oh, crikey. That is Moraine making...
Hold on! He holds on! That was a move. I don't think I've seen a move like that to get past lap traffic, and then holds it. And in some respects, maybe being the only one to make that move probably helped the fact that he overcooked it going into Westfield. I had my heart in my chest. I had my heart in my hands there for a moment. Whatever the saying is, I thought Moraine almost cooked it there and ruined the race, but he does keep going.
Johnny Verhoef coming up to Emeric Blom. There's only 0.8 of a second between the two of them as they come into Graham Hill. The key is that Verhoef needs to stay fast and as fast as possible. The two ahead of them are doing 119s, and they're the only ones to do 119s. That's Fabian Manentri gone off on a hairpin.
I think he got tapped. I think he's been tapped. No, he's lost it himself. Apologies, he's lost it himself. Very weird spin. But he's now near the back of the field. He's he's 12th. That's a shame. That's the second spin we've seen at the hairpin.
And this is what Dan
had a massive moment.
Yeah, he power slid off. Oh my crikey.
Yeah, what happened to Crossley? Did he have a... Oh, Crossley went off. Yeah, power slid, as you said. Went off, and now the gap between him and Moore was 6.6. It's now 1.6. Don't think there's going to be any, like, heroics, but we'll wait and see.
He did good to hold it. I mean, I'd say he was screaming the entire time. He was like, don't go in the wall. Thank you.
He's just going, no. Yes. Woo. Now, gap between Blom and Verhoef is 5 seconds. No, it isn't. It's half a second. It's 0.5 of a second. And Verhoef just had a little bit of a moment through Surtees. He keeps that slipstream, but he does lose a little bit of time. And weird to say that here's a man in P4 and he's going to be losing iRacing. I know that's not like the most important thing in the world, but such is the racing right now. 6.8k driver, the number 2 car in a 4k strength of field. You know, it's not the big drama. He's only losing 4 iRating, but yeah, it just shows you, just shows you what they're putting up in this race at the moment.
Seven-tenths of a second separate the two of them now.
The Val, by the way, is battling Razanahora, and then Justin Hayes, but Moraine is pulled ahead and is trying to battle Javier. 3 minutes to go. The gap is 1.5 seconds. That will be one to keep our eyes on, because that keeps closing and closing. And again, the same with Blom and Verhoef. They're the two battles I think we're going to be keeping our eyes on with these final 3 minutes to go. 2 laps to go. Can Johnny just get another fast lap? He's done a 19.9 this lap, or last lap, compared to Americ's 120.0. Can he just find something in these last 2 laps? And I know it's a 1.5 second lead, but can Javier Sanchez hold off still behind Moraine? Because it looks like Moraine has got some speed all of a sudden.
I am now become speed. Destroyer of worlds.
All I know is Nicolas Cage goes brr.
Why did I instinctively just switch back to Xavier Sanchez? Nick Cage go brr.
He has got Ethan Bass lap traffic in front of him at the worst place the worst place to meet traffic around here, which is Sheens, and he still needs to find a way to get by Ethan Bass, and he finally does, but that held him up a little bit. Moraine is now in slipstream range, and what about Verhoef as they start the fight? No, not the start, but an ultimate lap. Come on, Craig, calm down, don't get too excited. Penultimate lap, I think you'll find, as Verhoef and Blom still, and actually that time it was the other way around. Blom did the 119.9 and Verhoef did the, well, okay, Blom did a 119.851 and Verhoef did a 119.96. Oh, I mean, they're getting faster as they're battling each other, and if that was me...
Well, you just jinxed Verhoef, but you just jinxed Verhoef, by the way. He went wide.
I know. I was going to say, if I was Emeric Blom right now, and I'm there, and I'm seeing my delta, and I'm seeing that I'm up on my delta, and I'm thinking, great, I've got a really fast lap. The guy behind me I'm not pulling away from the guy behind me. That would be so demoralizing to think to yourself that you're going fast, but not fast enough. I've seen that, and crazy.
And around they go. So, oh no! Verhoff, no! That's not what you need to do. Going wide. No!
If someone was watching, I forgot to hit my table. And I cursed him.
Well, you're hitting your table now.
After giving the race bot boys a little bit of slack earlier for saying that they needed to buy some 2x4s and some wood tables to knock on it and not do commentators' curses. What happens?
You've performed the literal curse.
Oh, he's done it again! He's gone wide again at Druids!
I can hear you knocking table. You're just
now,
like...
Final lap, by the way. How's that gap between Sanchez and Moraine? Half a second. I think that Blomverhoff might be out the equation right now with the times he's gone wide. Oh, I'm knocking on the wood. I'm sorry.
You really have done it now. Like, you cursed a man.
Sorry,
crikey, we almost cursed. Simeon Moraine having issues coming out of Graham.
I just wanted to say, someone was saying that there is auto-blipping and you can have the auto-blipping assist. I'm not sure if some of these drivers do use the auto-blip around here because like Simons is saying, it is a little bit slower. But, Moraine is pushing hard at the moment. But Valenteja crosses the line. Did not see that. That's how fast he would. Wins. He beats Louis Delatraz by 3.5 seconds overall in the race. And Merrick Blom will keep that P3 over the Hoff. And oh no, as I go back to Moraine, he's gone wide. He's gone wide at Sheens. And he's lost all the time to Sanchez. And Sanchez gets by more. Sanchez will get that P7. It was been a fantastic battle from Sanchez.
And Crosley will cross the line.
Battle the VCs.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Crosley will come home P1 and more P2. So the boys with toys come home and make sure they do their job. Let's make sure that the rest of them cross. Ethan Bass in third position. Constant Nikari fourth. Blair McConaughey. And then we have Javier Mascara. Unfortunately, just not been his race today.
Because he's got the Christmas delivery on still. I know the 12th day isn't until the 5th. But yeah, come on, Christmas is over, guys. I know the 12th night's not happened, but Christmas is over.
Let's go ahead and go over the results.
Yeah, sorry, I was just waiting for you to get the board up, but Valenteja's.
Oh, I see that. No, the Nicolas Cage came into view. No, there it is. Oh,
right,
dear.
Valentejas wins the race, and by the way, the VC guys are trying to do their little formation. But Valentejas takes the win once again. The number 1 car gets first, followed by Louis Delatraz, who finishes 3.5 seconds behind, and Americ Om gets third after that little battle with the Hoff at the end of the race there, about a second difference between the two of them. Linus Arang, I'm sorry we didn't really see a lot of you today. It was just a very, very quiet race there for Linus, but get the P4, and P5, sorry, for Arang, and then Godefroy gets 6th. Javier Sanchez started 6th and finishes 7th, and Moraine gets 8th. Dalaval gets 9th, and Razanahora will get 10th. Menentry finishes 11th, and Hayes finishes 12th, and Redmond started 8th, and unfortunately finished 13th, and quickly to the GT2s. Paceworks dominating once again. Daniel Crossley, after that little moment, did manage to pull away again a 3-second victory over his teammate Carl JT Moore. Ethan Bass recovered to get that P3 back in. Constant Nikari takes 4th. Blair McConchie takes 5th, and Javier Mascara will take 6th. And Christian Azart did not retire, but finished 8 laps down. And just a quick word on those GT2s. With all the battling we saw earlier with Bass and then Moore having to battle Crossley, everybody finished where they started in the GT2s.
Nice.
Yeah.
And as the boys in the VEC toys take it to the pits, I guess that is the end of today's stream. But
do we have to?
Unfortunately, yes. It was a great race, but we do have to end it there. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. If you like what you see, consider giving us a follow, like, and subscribe. Consider donating and becoming a member. If you like to hit us up on our social medias, our Twitter is down there, Instagram, Facebook. I said Twitter. The cameras that you're seeing are provided by Track Cams 22. So make sure to use the link in the description. Make sure that you support those who support us and making this all possible. What else? Consider joining our Discord. And Discord link is in the description. And I think that's it. Until next week, where we are at, let me just...
I will tell you, I've got it all ready. I've got it all ready for you. I've had this in my head because we are back next Friday, as per usual, 1900 GMT for the European Sprint Series. Week 4, round 4, Road Atlanta. That's our next broadcast, as there's no more RSR because the season has been finished. But if you want to see more of the Heusinkveld GT Challenge, check out their Discord. We can always provide the links to you. But if you'd like to check in next week, free race week, ladies and gentlemen. Free race week, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, Silverstone Classic. We're going old school. And we will be here next Sunday with Silverstone Classic.
That's going to be so good. I love it so much. Oh, my God.
I love it. I love Silverstone Classic. But we're not here to talk about Silverstone Classic because it's still at Brands Hatch. So, once again, I have been Craig King.
I have been Robert O'Brien.
And this has been Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. Good night, everybody.